The bustling airport was filled with hurried footsteps, muffled announcements, and the chatter of travelers lost in their own worlds. Among them, Hollywood star Keanu Reeves walked discreetly, a baseball cap pulled low over his face. He was used to blending in, but today something unusual caught his attention. A small boy, no older than 6, sitting on the floor, sobbing. Keanu slowed his steps. People walked past, sparing the child only a glance before continuing on their way. But Keanu stopped. He crouched down, his voice soft. "Hey, buddy, are you okay?" The boy hiccuped through his tears, rubbing his eyes. I lost my mom." His tiny body shook with fear. Keanu's heart clenched. He had been a child once, lost in a world that often felt too big, too cruel. He couldn't just walk away. "All right, let's find her," he said gently. "What's your name?" "Leo," the boy sniffled. "Leo, huh? That's a cool name. You know, I played a guy named Neo once. Sounds kind of like Leo, right?" Keanu grinned, trying to distract him. It worked. Leo let out a tiny, uncertain smile. Keanu took his hand and looked around. No frantic mother was in sight. He waved down an airport staff member, explaining the situation. As they waited, Keanu sat beside Leo, telling him funny stories, even doing a silly impression of a robot, making the boy giggle. Minutes later, a woman's desperate voice rang through the terminal. "Leo! Leo!" The boy turned, eyes widening. "Mom!" A woman rushed toward them, her face pale with panic. She scooped Leo into her arms, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Oh, my baby! I was so scared," she sobbed, clutching him tight. Keanu smiled, stepping back. "He's a brave kid," he said softly. The woman finally looked up and froze. Her eyes widened in shock, and her breath hitched. "You," she whispered. Keanu tilted his head, confused. "Do we know each other?" Tears welled up in her eyes again, but for a different reason. "You don't remember me," she said, voice trembling. "But years ago, you saved my life." Keanu frowned, trying to recall. The woman took a shaky breath. "I was 17, homeless, and sitting outside a diner in Toronto. You walked by. I was starving, and you gave me food. You talked to me like I mattered. And then you gave me money, enough to get me off the streets. That night I checked into a shelter. It changed everything." Her voice cracked. "I got a job, went to college, and now this is my son." Keanu felt a lump in his throat. He had always believed in small acts of kindness, but he never expected to see their ripples come back like this. "You saved me then," she said, holding Leo close. "And today, you saved my son." Keanu swallowed hard, emotions swirling in his chest. He looked down at Leo, who beamed up at him now, safe in his mother's arms. Keanu chuckled softly. "I think your mom did all the hard work." She wiped her tears, smiling. "Maybe, but you gave me the chance." Keanu knelt down one last time, ruffling Leo's hair. "Take care, little man. You've got an amazing mom." As he walked away, disappearing into the crowd, the woman whispered after him, "And you've got an amazing heart." Somewhere in the airport, a flight announcement echoed. But for 3 souls, this moment would stay with them forever.